Scott Canticessi? Scott Canticessi? Sorry if I messed up your name, Scott.
Pretty darn close. Good evening. My name is Scott Canticessi. I live at 6332 Rock Rose Drive. I've been a custodian almost 5 years now. I'm temporarily at Walters Junior High School, but my ordinary assignment is Ardenwood Elementary School, where I have 850 kids that keep me very busy. We've got a night man, 8-hour night man, who cleans one half of the school one night and one half of the school the other night. We have a 3-hour person who cleans the restrooms every night, and our office unit. I don't know where you can cut, but that's what we're here to talk about. I realize we can't cut the teachers. That was something the negotiating team for the management bargained away. As a union individual, I'm happy. I applaud them for going out and getting what they felt they deserved. But that leaves a problem for the rest of us. That means any personnel cuts will come out of Local 790, custodians, gardeners, etc. CSEA, that'd be your clerks, secretaries, the counselors, which I'm sure we're all aware of, and management unit. I believe first and foremost, management should come under the knife. You need to look at the excesses, if there are excesses. You need to consider, do they need a high school supervisor at each high school to supervise a half dozen custodians at a cost of approximately $45,000 a year with benefits? Do you need 2 supervisors for operations and grounds? Do you need 2 supervisors in maintenance, where most of the time the maintenance workers are in the field operating on their own initiative? We need to look at, do we need a procurement system where, as a custodian, I'm forced to purchase bags out of our warehouse at a cost of $49 a case when they're readily available right in Fremont at a local vendor for $27 a case? There's no private enterprise anywhere that could run like that. We need to look at those things. Anybody that knows anything about institutions, organizations, public or private, would have to say that the important person in the unit is not the chief, but the Indian. It's the guy out there where the rubber meets the asphalt. And while I would never suggest we could not operate without a superintendent, I would put money that we could run an elementary school on a day-to-day basis longer without the superintendent than myself. Thank you for the time.
Alan George?
I'm Alan George. I live at 35364 Fremont Boulevard. Equipment operator. I've been with the district for 12 years. I work in the grounds department, which has 14 employees and 1 supervisor. Included in grounds would be 5 high school gardeners, which also do the maintenance. We have the responsibility of 49 sites with 720 acres. It breaks down to 1 employee for every 38 acres. We are about 25% of what is considered ideal by the California School Business Association of School Business Officials. That is 1 employee for 10 acres is what they consider ideal. We're way below that. Our duties are, we do everything from the mowing of the turf and lawn areas in front of the schools. We do responsible for the sprinkler repair, landscape work, shrubs, asphalt repair. We work with maintenance and coordinating any excavating for the repair of and maintenance of underground services, utilities from anywhere from anything from gas to electrical to water lines. We have an integrated pest management program, which is nationally, locally, nationally, and statewide received recognition for the work we're doing as far as doing more work with less chemicals and for the safety of the kids. Any further cuts in our area would jeopardize the safety of the employees, the safety of the kids. You're more likely to have a kid injured in an unsafe field or an unsafe playground than in any other instance or any other occurrence at school. So any cuts in our area would really jeopardize the safety of the kids, the public, and the staff of the district. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tom Lee. I work in the maintenance department, and I'll let you try to guess which division I work in. I would like to say regarding the layoffs that I'm both a worker and a parent. I have a first grader going to Maloney Elementary and 2 toddlers in the pipeline. And I really believe that layoffs in a long-range crisis may be inevitable. There may be no room for compassion in a long-range budget crisis, but I don't think we're in that position. One perspective that I think has been overlooked up to this point is that the cause of our problems are a temporary recession in our country. Most economists are calling for this recession to come to an end. Some signs of it ending are already showing up. I believe that job cuts are for a long-range problem. I think that in a short-range budget problem, we should all pull together. I think all of the classified and certificated employees could pull together. I'd suggest something like perhaps a pay freeze. That could save jobs, perhaps all the jobs. I think we should all pull together. Also, I think studies have shown that the conditions of buildings, the classrooms that the children sit in, affect their learning ability. The better the condition, the better they can learn. It's been quantified, and I think that the people that care for those buildings, our custodians, our maintenance people, our gardeners, et cetera, it's already been explained how far they are understaffed, and for many years they've been understaffed. As a parent, I would say that layoffs in this area will reduce their services to our children. Our children need their services to keep the buildings, their environment, their learning environment in proper condition. And in an indirect way, laying off our service people would be the same as, in an indirect way, laying off teachers, because it would affect our children's ability to learn. And the last item I would like to speak to is not so much addressed to this board. I think this board is doing a very fine job under difficult circumstances. But I read recently in a Herb Cain column that during this country's Great Depression in the late 30s, early 30s and late 30s, that the schools at that time were well-staffed, well-maintained, no budget problems, even during the Great Depression. So I would like to ask a question of Governor Wilson. Why can't you administer this state in a time of crisis as well as our parents and our grandparents did in their time of crisis? And my last question is to today's parents in California. Why should we allow Governor Wilson to stay in office when he's trying to bankrupt our schools? Thank you.
I think we all like that question. Okay.